does anyone leave Islam because they're upset with it itself? After knowing it. And he said no. This is what Abu Sufyan said. He could have said, yeah, of course. That's why we're not Muslim. He's not Muslim. No, he didn't. He had to be honest. Then he said to him, did you ever accuse him of lying? Ever? Has he ever lied to you? Did you ever catch him? Is there any registered case of him lying or saying something false? He said, never. Never. This is Abu Sufyan, his worst enemy at the time. So he said to him, does he betray trust? Does he commit treachery? He said, never. No. And then Abu Sufyan said, that's when I had the opportunity. He said, wait a minute, now we have this truce between us and him. We don't know what he may do. That's the only time he was able to basically inject something or imply something. But nothing. Nothing. That's why I'm proud. That's why you should be proud. We should be proud because Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught us that a true Muslim is he whom people are safe from his wrongdoing. People feel safe in his presence. Because Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught us and gave us high standards to live up to. Because Prophet Muhammad ﷺ gave us amazing examples to work for. And I will conclude with this story. I told you this before. I'm going to tell it for the sake of those who are on break. Some of our kids or anyone who's here for the first time. And I will be very quick, I promise. A man was captured by the companions of the Prophet ﷺ, who was an enemy of the Prophet and the Muslims at that time. They brought him, the Prophet ﷺ did not punish him. All he did, he asked them to keep him in the masjid, in the musalla. He said, keep him there, tie him to the post, one of the posts, leave him there, feed him, take care of him. By the name of Thumama ibn Uthal, you can look up the story yourself, it's well documented and established. So 3 days later, the Prophet ﷺ releases him. He said, just let him go. Now, what this man got, in my opinion, was he got an exposure to the Muslim community from within. An ideal, good Muslim community. They were not perfect, but they were good. And that's why it is our moral responsibility now to live up to what we say. I mean, we're proud of Islam, but are we proud of ourselves as Muslims? That's what we need to work on. So he said, leave him, set him free. They set him free, he leaves, takes a bath, comes back, and he says, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. You all know what it means. He became Muslim. Now, the question is, what made this man Muslim? No one spoke to him. No one said anything. No one debated with him about Islam. They didn't show him any presentation about Islam. They didn't try to basically, and they did not threaten him. Nothing. But what he got was, he got a taste of Islam. He saw Muslims. He saw what Islam is from within. And anyone that sees a community that upholds the teachings of Islam would want to be part of it. And that's the lesson. And that is what I want you to walk out with. That's our responsibility, brothers and sisters. To make this community of ours reflect the true teachings of Islam that we're all proud of. To show humanity in action why we're Muslims and why we choose Islam and what Islam stands for. You can sit and defend Islam all day long. You can blog about it all day long. If people don't see a tangible example, and this is the dilemma that we have as Muslims. Tangible example, something that they can see in front of their eyes. They won't know what it means. It won't affect them. That's the example that Abu Sufyan himself could not deny. He couldn't deny that. He saw it manifested before his eyes. And that's what we have to work on. That's what, instead of being defensive and getting all nervous and getting afraid and panicking, we need to get busy doing what we have to do. We need to get busy practicing Islam and coming together as Muslims and showing that example of the one body that aches when one part of it suffers. The whole body suffers when one part suffers. To show that example. And that won't happen if we all stay in our own little corners, and if we all have just our own way of doing things. We need to come together to do this. Let us set that example for ourselves, for our children, for our neighbors, for the society that we live in, for humanity. I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to help us achieve that. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم واشكروه على نعمه يزدكم ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون.